This is another Toothless production. Welcome to Rugged. Alright guys, what is going on? Thank you for watching another episode of Rugged here. I guess this is more of a quick little update on my knife life. And yeah, let's just kind of run through it. I know you may or may not have seen my video about my Spyderco PM2 where I was a little upset that the tip had broken off on that. Since then, I got a couple of comments there. People commenting on maybe taking a look at another knife in a different knife steel. Another one who just kind of, again, I'm newer to the knife game, so when I saw that, the little chip kind of break off of the tip, I was a little more worried. I did research into doing some tip repair and whatnot, and I saw, technically people were saying the right way to do it is to come in from the back or the top of the blade and work my way down to where the break is. And I was just a little hesitant to do that because I do have a finished blade and I didn't want to ruin the finish on the back. But I did have somebody comment below, and I apologize. I'll make sure I do kind of throw your name in there so you get a little bit of word on there, a little bit of a thanks. People know who you are. You commented, kind of called me out on me, being somebody that shouldn't own a knife if I consider that chip to be something kind of bad. But I did ask you, best thoughts. Try to bring it down from the back, or see if I can sharpen my way to it. I was a little nervous about maybe ruining the edge angle or profile there if I just kept sharpening it. But you advised, hey, use it, run it through the sharpener. Wasn't as bad as I may have thought it was. And so I'm coming with an update. I ran it through the grits on my Ken Onion work sharpener here, which, by the way, thing is outstanding. It really is. And when you get the grinder attachment, because this doesn't come with it originally, it has a one that's kind of got the notches in it where you can kind of run the knife this way. Grinder attachment, night and day difference in my ability to actually use that and sharpen all of my knives. It's amazing. But anyways, here's a little update. Hopefully you guys can see that. My tip has kind of been repaired. I'm actually gonna take a look behind just to make sure I do get this in frame for you. So my knife is right here. If I can get the camera to focus in, should hopefully be able to see my tip has been somewhat repaired. Now this is after one time sharpening it through. So ran through the system one time and I almost got my tip completely back. On top of that, this thing is sharp. Alright guys, so I'm reshooting the second part of this video because it looks like as I was trying to edit, I realized that the whole second half just completely blurred out after that little close up with my knife. So, where were we? I believe I was saying this thing is sharp. Very sharp after one pass. I already showed you the tip. That kind of blurred out the whole rest of my other video. I'll give it a shot with the paper test. Although I swear I could have a razor blade and still screw up the paper test. But no, it's working. So I do that, of course, with a little more slice. Alright, good to go. Sharp, shaving sharp. I could go ahead and take off some more of this. I'm not sure if I kept that part in the other video, but yeah, I'm smooth there. And yeah, my wife's getting sick of me having all sorts of bare spots on my hand, arm. I haven't really worked too much on this side, so maybe I'll start shaving over here if I want to show how sharp something is. But yeah, so after I did that with this, I got a little grind happy, and I went ahead and ran through most of my other kind of regular carry knives. I started with, I wouldn't call it a beater. It's a Christmas gift. I definitely, I beat on it. A buck knife here. It was nice. It's got a saber grind, almost a little bit of a hollow grind, but like I said, I used this one when I was working, just regular cutting up boxes, beating on things, taking it out back for bonfires. I had maybe a couple of little chips in there, but this as well got it to shaving sharp. Let's see if I can find a little patch here. You probably can't even see from that far away, but yeah, I had it pushed through, taking off hair. We'll try another test. Let's see if it'll work on this one too. There we go. All right, we're slicing. There we go. Maybe 3 is my my tops there. Then I start to apparently lose focus and just rip up the paper. We'll work our way through to this, my butt folding 110. This was my first knife that, cost a little bit of money there, that I did a little bit of research on, and then my wife surprised me and went ahead and got me that for Christmas, which was awesome. Once again, I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of a shave test. We'll try on this arm a little bit. Boom. Just pushing through. I don't know if you can hear the hair popping. I'd get close, but seeing as I ruined my whole video with the last one, we'll go ahead and do a paper test. Make sure that's still working for us nice and fine. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Nothing. Ready? 3 slices and I'm done before I screw that up. Alright, let's let that piece out here. Then we will move on. And again, I ran through pretty much all my knives. Start with this one that was lost. There's a little bit of a story behind that. I'll link one. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here somewhere so you can see that video. Give it another go. There we go, messing up the paper test. Should have started with a fresh sheet. I think that's a trick. Let's see. Now this one I actually sent back to Benchmade at one point to get resharpened because I completely screwed up the edge on this. I'll give you the story. I think it's in another video, but basically inside my dryer, the clothes looked like they had gotten all tangled up and were kind of just spinning around there and stuck. So I decided to use this knife and try to cut them loose. Well, I'm cutting and like 10 seconds in, I'm wondering what the hell's going on. And apparently that little wire mesh liner that's around the door, that had kind of broken off and got tangled up in the clothes. So I was just sawing on metal and sawing and all sorts of chipped up and damaged on the edge. Sent it back to Benchmade. It was kind of the beginning of the whole Corona time. Everything was just starting out. I got it back within like a week or two, which was nice, but it was still pretty damn blunt, not gonna lie. There were chips taken out and whatnot. I like to say I did a pretty good job kind of resharpening that up on the Worksharp over here. Now, I ran it through on the Worksharp before I had the grinder attachment, when I just had the little kind of wedge thing that you run it through and you set the angle. And I found with that, I tend to have trouble getting a burr on one of the sides for some reason. I don't know if it's just the way I run it through on, with my right hand or my left hand when I'm doing that. But getting the grinder attachment, complete game changer. I can't push that enough. Like, if you're gonna get the Worksharp, just go ahead and buy it as a set with that, because you will. I'd say you'd thank me later, but you may not thank me, because hopefully you buy it and you never really test it out without it. Yes, it's good without it. It's good without the grinder attachment, but you will feel like you know what you're doing when you have that grinder. You'll run the knife through it. It'll come out shaving sharp, razor sharp, like every time. It's freaking awesome. Anyways, let's see if I can do the paper test with a fresh sheet here. Nope, I suck. One more time. There we go. Alright, well, screw that. Let's go ahead and shave off some hair here. Look, nothing. Pop, 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 pop. Beautiful. And last but not least, same thing. Benchmade Griptilian. Who knows? Maybe I screwed up sharpening that and I have a spot that I'm missing. We'll see. I sharpened this one as well. We'll give it a little hair popping test. Like, smooth spot. This sharpener is awesome. I'll go ahead, I'll do a paper test on this. Let's see if this one likes it better. Boom, slice, boom, good. I don't know, maybe I should run this through again, let's see. Okay, let's see, now it's slicing. Now I don't want to do it again. Let's see, one more last time. Yeah, I knew it the last time I was gonna mess it up. Anyways, guys, that is my update. Thank you for watching this quick video. Thank you, Mr. MG. I'm not actually going to put you on blast there, but I appreciate you giving me a little bit of a nudge to actually move forward and do something about my PM2, which is now back in the carrier rotation. And yeah, that's about it. If you got any questions, let me know. We'll do a little bit more in-depth on this Worksharp. To be honest, I'm re-recording the second part, and I can't even remember if in the first part I showed off the Worksharp much. So what I'm going to do real quick is just kind of give you a view here of what I'm talking about. So this little piece right here does not actually come with it. This is the grinder attachment here. You just kind of slide it on there and then you tighten down this little doodad. And what you will do is, it has belts of different fineness. You got your rough belt, and then you kind of work through the gradient on that one to get finer and finer and finer to the point where you're just kind of stropping it on there and really pushing the grains together. Once you work through their system of belts, your knife will come out razor sharp like every single time. Now, when you first get it, don't use your nicest knife. Give it a little bit of practice. Take your time on it, and the grinder attachment. Get the grinder attachment, and you will be happy with it. Other than that, again, drop any questions below. Sorry for the little bit of a switch up in between here, and if I am repeating myself, once I get into editing, I'll see that. I probably won't even cut it out. I'll just, you see what's going on here. I like to do these things in one take as much as possible, and not kind of overly cut and over edit stuff. Let me type some stuff in there, make it look cool, as much, as minimalist as possible, except for, a few little things. If I really start rambling on, I'll just cut that off like this. I'm also gonna leave this in. And thank you for watching. This is my Knife Life update. Peace.